Hi everyone, welcome back to How We Roast Cook. In today's video we're going to be making some jambalaya pasta. If you've never tried jambalaya before, I have a video on my page, but today we're going to be making it with pasta instead of rice. Alright, so let's get cooking. So I've went ahead and deveined my shrimp. It's nicely deveined, and I'm gonna rinse it with some lemon juice, and then we're gonna season it, set it aside, and move on to our chicken. If you don't eat seafood, that's fine. You don't have to add any shrimp in there. Alright, you can omit the shrimp. Alright, so we're gonna get these nicely rinsed, and then we're gonna season them. Alright, shrimp is ready to be seasoned. I'm adding some Tony's Creole seasoning, not a lot, because we're gonna be flavoring the sauce as well. So I'm gonna add some Cajun seasoning as well. It's not coming out. Alright, that's about it for the shrimp. Here we have our andouille sausage. We're gonna slice them up. I'm gonna slice them. Yeah, so maybe about an inch thickness. Sausage is all done, and I use 2. It's up to you how many you want in there. So I'm using boneless chicken thighs. Just gonna cut them in cube size. Maybe about this size. If you want to cut this in 2, you can cut it in 2. Alright, done with the chicken. I'm gonna rinse it and come back. Now for the chicken, we're gonna add some black pepper. I'm gonna add some more of the Cajun seasoning. And a little of the Creole seasoning as well. I have the Scotch bonnet powdered. I'm gonna add some of that to add a little spice to the chicken. Garlic powder. Onion powder. I have here some paprika. We're gonna add some of that on the chicken, just to add a little color. Start with our Holy Trinity. We're starting off with our onion, and we're just gonna dice it. You can dice them as fine as you want, or as big as you want. So I'm using about 1/4 of an onion. Next, I'm gonna move on to my bell peppers and my celery. I'm using 2 stalks of celery. I'm gonna dice up my celery and my bell pepper. For the bell peppers, I'm using 1/2 of a green, and I'm using these 2 small, red and orange. Just gonna dice it up and come back. So we have our celery and bell peppers. Now moving on to my tomatoes. I'm gonna be using 1.5 tomato. I'm gonna dice it up, and then after that, now we can head over to the stove. Okay, so for the pasta, this is the pasta that I'm using, the Rotini. I have my water boiling. I'm gonna add some salt, and we're gonna put this to cook. Initially, this is a 1-pot meal, but I want my pasta cooked separately. Do what pleases you, okay? I'm gonna add my pasta to my boiling water. My son wants me to freeze some for him until he comes on next weekend, so I may use another half pack of pasta. That should be enough. Allow that to cook while we make our chicken. So you can use whatever oil you want to use. I'm using some vegetable oil. So I'm just going to cook half of the chicken and then we cook the other half. So I'm going to remove the first set of chicken and cook the second set. I'm going to remove some of my pasta juice, just a little bit to add to my sauce. I'm going to fry up the sausage now. Alright, the sausage is done. We're going to cook the shrimp next. So I'm just giving the shrimp about a minute. And don't worry about the crust in the bottom of the pot. That will all be lifted up. That's all flavor from the seasoning. So after 2 minutes, I'm going to remove the shrimp. They will finish cook after the sauce is made. Our onions to saute. And we're not changing the pot, we're using this pot. We're going to give the onion about 30 seconds and then we add in our bell peppers and celery, tomato, all of that good stuff. Alright, now I'm adding in my tomatoes, bell peppers, celery. I'm going to add a little garlic in there, not a lot. It's totally up to you the amount of garlic you want to add in your pasta. Personally, I don't like when my pasta is overpowered with garlic. So I add about a tablespoon in there. Now I'm adding in my chicken. I'm adding back the sausage and we're going to combine all of this. Next, we're going to add some bay leaves, some dry thyme. Just go ahead and add whatever herb you want to add in there to flavor the pot. But I feel like bay leaf, dry thyme. If you want to add a little oregano, that's fine as well. Less is more, so you don't want to add too much, just a little of each. So I add 2 bay leaf and a little of my dry thyme. I'm adding in my sauce now. I'm adding some tomato sauce, and this is about 1 cup of tomato sauce. While that is cooking down, we're gonna add some broth, chicken broth. This is 2 cups. I'll let it cook down and then decide if I want to add some more. But for now, we're just going to add 2 cups. And we don't add the shrimp as yet, okay? So what usually happens now is the pasta is placed in here and is cooked in this sauce. But I prefer to cook my pasta separate, as I said before. So I'm going to allow this to cook down, taste the flavor to see if it's perfect for me. And then I'm going to add my pasta and my shrimp. I'm going to add in a little black pepper and salt, a little creole seasoning, just a little bit. I've tasted it and it just needs a little salt, not a lot. Now I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of the water that I saved from the pasta. Now I'm going to add back my shrimp. Now I'm going to cover it down and give it about 2 minutes, but I'm adding some hot sauce, just about a teaspoon of hot sauce. Okay, that's it. Everything is all done. I'm just going to garnish with some parsley and dinner is ready. So So there I have it. Dinner is all done. Our pastalaya is finished and I'm gonna enjoy. So that is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a try and let me know in the comments. All right. It's really good. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?